Well, we also have some incredible news to share with you tonight in the fight against breast cancer. We have just learned the preliminary results of Cleveland Clinic's breast cancer vaccine trial, and it is going to give you chills.
Yeah, we talked about this last week, and we knew the information was going to be in this week. You were like a kid at Christmas. You couldn't wait to get your eyes on these results. Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins joining us now. I know you've been covering this for a very long time. I don't know that I've seen you as excited about anything in medicine as you are about this. Tell us the good news.
You know, it really is. It's not every day that I get to say this may be one of the brightest moments of hope in the fight against breast cancer. And while this is a very small trial, the early results do give us some very cautious optimism. So Jennifer Davis was the first patient to get the breast cancer vaccine. She couldn't wait to get to Orlando on Tuesday for the American Association for Cancer Research annual meeting. She beelined for the Cleveland Clinic display where Dr. Thomas Budd showed that all 14 patients who received the vaccine at all doses had an immune response, meaning their bodies can recognize and perhaps fight cancer cells.
Relief, excitement, hope. I mean, just every good emotion that you can possibly think of. I doubt that there are very many that have 100% success rate. It just doesn't happen. So this is amazing. And with little to no side effects, it's incredible.
Jennifer received the lowest dose of the vaccine. She was the first one to get it. She's coming up on her 5-year mark since her original diagnosis of triple-negative breast cancer, and so far remains cancer-free. She hopes this vaccine, of course, will keep her cancer and all the other patients' cancers from returning. But there is a lot of research left to be done. The vaccine was limited to women who had triple-negative breast cancer, and this is the first phase. It was only meant to determine safety, maximum dose tolerated, and monitor the immune response. Now, while it's certainly promising, as the trial continues, they'll be watching to see if this vaccine prevents cancer from returning, and we still have years ahead of us. But this is certainly a great start.
Wow. Now, if it works, could this be used for other types of cancer?
Yeah, that was the hope intended all along. You know, the inventor's hope, the late Dr. Vincent Tuohy started with triple-negative breast cancer because of its high rate of recurrence and the high rate risk of death. And in the beginning of his research, it was actually breast cancer patients and their families who financially supported this project. Now it's funded by the Department of Defense. And yeah, that is the hope, that they can take this and eventually turn it into something else. But again, we're decades from that.
What comes next?
Well, what comes next is, keep in mind, we're still in phase 1 of this trial. They opened it up to phase 2 to women who've had prophylactic mastectomy and who have the BRCA1 or 2 gene.
Right.
So those women are allowed to enter, and if they qualify, they can get into this trial. But then, you know, what's next? We need more women to be part of this trial. And then also they need to open it up, I would assume, to other centers across the country. The more and more people we can get into this trial, the better we'll see. But, you know, for the first 14, this is not too bad.
Well, the cool part, too, is, you know, breast cancer is just the first one that this seems to show some real progress in. There could be other cancers that then this can apply to down the road.
And that exactly is the hope, you know. But again, I mean, let's get through this one first. And hopefully what I'd like to see, and, you know, again, this is years away, but if it works for triple negative, does it work for all forms of breast cancer?
Sure.
Mind you, we do have one cancer vaccine available right now, the HPV vaccine.
Yeah.
And that is the only vaccine for cancer available. So hopefully if this one continues to show the promise that it's showing, we may have to.
Just keep chinking away at that wall.
That's all you can do.
And eventually it's going to fall. That's big, big news and a monumental deal, really. Thank you, Monica.
And it's amazing to watch your energy today. It's been so fun.
She's walking on
Since
air.
she got done with the interview, she has just been
I still have chills.
Yeah.
I do.
It's a
I
big
still
day.
have chills. Yeah. I mean, I followed this for 2 decades. So
Great stuff, Monica.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Love it. Thanks, Mon.